Hi, this is Sharon at Profit Strategies. So let me start with a disclaimer. We're not an accounting firm or a law firm, so we're not giving you legal or accounting advice. You should seek that from your professional. But we would like to give you some helpful hints. Today's topic is health savings accounts, which accompany high deductible health plans. So we do have questions frequently from people asking things like, can a dependent child have an HSA? And the answer is no, a dependent child cannot. They would be covered under your health savings account, and you could, if they are on your health plan, you could make the family contribution for that year. However, some people have college students that have aged off as a dependent, but are still on their health saving or their health plan. And in that case, that college student can make a contribution to a separate health savings account, and they can make the family contribution limit. Another thing that's interesting to note is that anyone can make a health savings account contribution for you. So a parent could contribute to a child's health savings account, and the child would get the deduction if they were in that instance not a dependent of yours. So your cousin, your friend, your boyfriend, whoever can make a health savings account contribution, and the account holder gets that tax deduction. Can you have more than one account? The answer is yes. Why would you need to do that? Well, maybe there's a unique investment that you want a portion of your health savings account to go to. Or your employer says, this is where I make the health savings account contribution, but you prefer a different custodian. Your employer makes the contribution, you move the money as it becomes available. Can I wait until I have a medical expense to fund my HSA? Yes, you can. However, the account must be open prior to the medical expense. So I always encourage people to make a nominal contribution that would cover any fees and set up their health savings account. And then when you have a medical expense, you can make the contribution and pay yourself back, or you can fund your HSA to cover those expenses if you know they're coming up. Another reason to fund your HSA, though, is it becomes a savings account towards retirement when you'll likely have more medical expenses. And also after 65, you could use your health savings account funds to pay your Medicare. Now, most times Medicare is deducted from Social Security, so you would just be reimbursing yourself. But you would have, if you have funds available in your health savings account prior to Medicare, because you would most likely be ineligible for an HSA after Medicare eligibility and signing up, you could use those funds to pay your Medicare premium. You could also transfer one-time IRA funds over to your health savings account. It's not called a transfer, but it is in essence a transfer from your IRA to your health savings account. It cannot exceed your annual max for that year, and you're only allowed to do that one time. People often ask, if I'm going to pay with my HSA, should I even show my insurance card? And yes and no. I always ask the cash price. So the reason is there are MRI facilities here in town where if I go in and I say I'm paying cash, it's $500. If I showed them my card, my insured negotiated rate would be more like $1,500. If they are in network with my carrier, I may still be able to take my receipt and submit it to my carrier and put that $500 towards my deductible anyway. So there wouldn't be a lot of benefit of using your insurance card. Another instance is you funded your HSA, maybe it's only you on the plan, your spouse is covered by their employer and they have more traditional PPO. So let's say that they have a $40 copay and you're dragging them in for a tetanus shot in urgent care or something, and you ask, how much is a tetanus shot? Cash price is $10. If your spouse showed their insurance card, it would be $40 because that's the copay. So it's always good to ask. But when it comes to procedures, most of the time your carriers have done a really good job in negotiating those rates down, and at which point you would get a better discount using the negotiated rate. So those are a few hints that would maybe make your HSA plan a little more valuable to you. I hope this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call Profit Strategies.